Hello everyone. Today we are going to make a spiral chain cord. It's a really wonderful stitch, great for bag handles and whatever you really can think of. Bends beautifully. This is one that I started earlier, but we are going to learn to make this from scratch. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are going to start off with a normal slip knot. Tighten it over the hook. And we are going to chain 5 for this tutorial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason we're doing this is because we are going to make a spiral chain that has 7 stitches in it. One of the most amazing things about this is you can make pretty much any width you want. I've made anywhere between 5 and 14 stitches, depending on how wide I want the cord to be. But for the purposes of this, we're just going to do 7. And when you chain your initial set of stitches, I tend to do 2 under what my final number of stitches will be. So 7 take away 2 is 5. I should also mention that this can be done as a magic loop, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that right now. That's if you wanted it to be closed at the ends. But this is the chain start. So we're going to connect it by slipping to that first chain there. Now it's a loop. And we are going to single crochet our 7 stitches into this loop. We're going to chain 1 to get that height and then 7 into the loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we have to set up our spiral chain stitch. So how we're going to do that is by crocheting into the back loop only of all these 7 stitches. And the reason we're doing that is because the spiral chain is just a bunch of single crochets over and over again, except they're pushed towards the inside of this chain. And this will kind of set that up to push them inwards by crocheting into the back. I also recommend counting these out loud, these first rows, because it's a loop and it's easy to lose count and you'll wonder if you've gone past or not. So we're going to count going into the back loop just like that. Single crochet 1, 2, there we go, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now this will be starting off your actual spiral chain. The key to the spiral chain is where you single crochet. So what we're going to be looking for is these half moons all throughout. There's one there. At the beginning, they can be really hidden and not so uniform, but it will become very natural once you get started. And when in doubt, just look for this C shape here. And all you're going to do is pick that up, making sure you don't catch anything else, and single crochet. So pull up a loop and single crochet. Also, when you start out, they can pretty much hide inside of it. So you may have to pull just like I did just to find these things. And I see it right there. So put your crochet hook in and single crochet. And where is it? I don't know. I'm lost. Just look for that C. I see it right there. And just here and here going forward. But we'll do them one at a time. So, as I said, it is a little finicky, especially at the beginning. but you can do this with your eyes closed shortly. So finding that C shape. I also tend to use my thumb to really push it up. Just makes it a little bit easier. Single crochet. And this is the spiral chain stitch. That's all it is. Super easy, very mindless. It does take a while to get used to. Like right now, where on earth am I going? Everything looks like one big mash. And then you kind of pull it apart and you see that C shape right there. It's almost like they're it feels like they're in different places. They're not, but just look for that. It's the only thing that has that position and shape. So I see it right there. Go in. So I'm just going to keep doing this for a bit, and you will see that it does. See, they're really starting to line up now, and it becomes quite natural, and your body kind of sets a pace where it just picks them up based on their location and your timing. And you can already see it's starting to come together. See how easy it is now. They're really just showing themselves, as opposed to me having to dig them out of other parts of the stitch. See, you're beginning to see it come together. And see, there it is, there it is, there it is. And that is all the stitches. Right here, right here. I'm a little bit further along now, and you can see this is really coming together beautifully. Kind of looks like a machine made it, but it was me, and soon it will be you. And also you can see that now it's really, really visible. These little C half moon shapes have just lined up beautifully throughout. So it's quite easy to identify them. Hopefully you made it past the other part of this video, because it's not so easy back then. And we're just going to keep going. To create a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful handle for your bag or project, whatever you want it to be. There we go. So I really hope this was helpful. Let me know if I can be of any further assistance. But I do hope that you enjoy this technique and use it in the future.